Hi, friends. Welcome to Raw Living Way. I'm Janet. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am live. I'm at just over 700. I think I'm at like 750 followers, like 730. So I'm celebrating. So I'm going live because we're going to get to 1,000 very soon. I just know it. I just know it. Yeah, there's also a summit, another summit that I'm hosting. This is the second summit of the Heal Disease Naturally Summit. And we have amazing guests. If you follow me on Instagram and Facebook, I will be posting about this summit. We've got like 30 speakers, all in the holistic wellness field, plant-based, natural healing, from fasting to raw foods, plant-based cooked foods, natural healing. We have a mother who's teaching about home birth and again, fasting and mental wellness. So it's a whole amazing summit. We have amazing speakers. So I'll give you more information on that as we get closer to that. That's going to launch. Nobody knows this yet, only you, December 15th. So today we're going to talk about fiber when you're juicing, because I get this a lot, especially I get this from people who are juice fast haters. So we're going to talk about fiber and juice fasting. Again, I'm Janet. Welcome to my channel, Raw Living Way. I made this channel for all of you to learn more about juice fasting and raw foods. And if you already know so much about it, well, join the fun, join the conversation. Let me make sure that my sound is on and good. I know there was a situation before that. So let's see. I just want to make sure. Whoops. Am I live? Well, I don't see it. Bummer. Let's see. Let me just make sure. So we're going to talk about fiber and juicing. Yay! Woohoo! Okay, cool. So, oh, where's my juice? I just had a juice here. Darn. Where did it go? Did I leave it? Shoot, I'm going to go get it. Well, there it is. It's here. I have a juice. I've been juicing. I would juice for 26 days, and I'm just getting off of it. But we're going to talk about juicing and fiber. If you want to learn more about how to go raw, below in the description below, I have a free video course on how to go raw vegan, raw plant-based, easy, sustainable ways. So right down below, and you can have that course. It'll be sent right to your email. So sign up, and it's a whole course on how to go raw to make it easy and sustainable. If you want to learn more about this lifestyle, share it with a family member, share it with friends. It's great for anyone who wants to feel better, wants to have more energy, wants passion in their life. There's so many benefits that come with going raw. But let's talk about fiber and juicing. Here's the thing with fiber and juicing. When we're juicing, and this is for all the people, who criticize juice fasting because there's no fiber. Well, let's talk about it. Well, first of all, the people that are, criticizing juice fasting, they've never done a juice fast longer than a day. That counts. They've never done a juice fast longer than 3 days. Why? I know, I see them, I hear them. They've never done it, but they're quick to talk about juice fasting negatively and then promote their whatever they got going on, their supplements or their fancy machines or whatever they're selling, okay? But yet they've never done a juice fast. Juice fasting saves lives. Juice fasting saves lives. I saved my life through juice fasting. I was very ill for many, many years. For those of you who don't know, I was literally sick to my knees to the point where I had pneumonia. I was choking. I couldn't speak. I was literally coughing to the point where I couldn't breathe. This is how sick I was. Prior to that, I had years of blackouts and fainting. I would get sick to my knees. I would black out in the kitchen. I was a professional chef many years. This is very real. And what happened? I went on a juice fast. I literally saved my life. I no longer black out. I no longer, sick all my life from fainting and blacking out and weak. I was always weak. That's the thing of the past. Okay. Not only did I had constipation issues all my life. And after my juice fast, I realized why I was so sick. Why? Well, I had so much mucus in my body. My colon was impacted heavily with matter, with mucoid plaque, with old waste. And it was on my juice fast that I released pounds and pounds of old matter, plaque throughout the body. This is very real. So now I teach about it, I coach about it, I help others get through a juice fast, do it the right way, get the most out of a juice fast, clean out that colon. The purpose of my work, we juice fast to clean out the colon. And this is for everyone if you've never done this. This is for humanity if you've never juice fast. We must clean out the colon. And then I recommend transitioning into raw foods. You can't just start eating, anything. I mean, you can do whatever you want, but what happens is if we're irresponsible and we start eating cooked foods and heavy foods meal after a juice fast, we can hurt ourselves. We're back to square one and the body could relapse again, right? And we can go back to our old ways. So it's a lifestyle, you just make better choices for the rest of your life. And after you choose a juice fast, this gets easier. You want to live better because you feel so good. And when you make choices that are hurtful, you really feel that. So let's talk about, let's talk about fiber. When people say, well, there's no fiber in juicing. We need fiber. Listen, no coach or juice fast coach or anyone on this lifestyle, anyone that's raw or anyone who's juicing, if you eat meat, whatever, if you're juice fasting, you want to clean out your colon, you want to do some gut health work. No one's arguing that we don't want fiber. Of course, fiber is important. This is why we're raw. We want the fiber. We want the enzymes. We want this food to flow through our digestion so we prevent constipation. So nobody's arguing about fiber. So when someone says, well, you don't want to juice, you guys, there's no fiber. This is the most ignorant comment because these people are not mentioning juice fasting heals. Oh, so I healed myself, but I shouldn't have juice fast because there's no fiber. Are you freaking kidding me? We're not juice fasting for years and years. We're juice fasting to clean out the colon. But let me get into it. There is fiber. Boom. For all you haters, there is some fiber in your juices. I know you don't want to hear that, haters. There is fiber in the juices. There's no way, even when you filter and strain out the juice, there's no way that there is no fiber at all. There is fiber. Look at the specks of fiber through your glass. Do you not see that? Maybe you need some glasses to see better. There's fiber. Sure, there's no fiber as there's fiber in a whole fruit when you're eating the whole fruit. No one's arguing that the fruit is better, that it's not better. We're not making these arguments. Of course, eating a whole food, balanced meal, eating the whole fruit is superior to anything. We want the fiber. We want the whole food. But when we're juice fasting, the point is we can't have all the fiber. Why? Because when we're juice fasting, this means the body is in healing mode. We want most of the energy, all of the energy, as much as possible, to go to healing. So if you're constipated, we want the energy not to go to break down fiber, right? When we all eat whole food, now we're eating, the body's digesting the food, the body is processing the food, assimilating the nutrients, breaking down the fiber. This is work on the body. This is energy for the body. We're not saying that's wrong. We're saying not when we're juicing, because now we cannot, then it's not juicing. Then it's not juicing anymore. Juicing is meant to clean out the colon from years and years of buildup. We're going all in, baby. So if we're going to eat fiber because you want us to have so much fiber, all these haters, cool. Let's juice fast for 5 years. Let's juice fast with all the fiber and just blend it up. Actually, it's not even a juice fast. Now it's a smoothie fast. And it's going to take like 3 times the amount of time to heal. Where's the argument? Here's another thing. Why don't you argue with people who water fast? If you're water fasting, there's no fiber. Why? Same thing. When we're water fasting, We're not using the fiber. That actually, there's no fiber at all in water fasting. At least with the juicing, there's some fiber. Even though we're straining it, there's some fiber. But why don't you haters talk to the water fasting people and give them your silliness, ignorant comments? There's no fiber in water fasting. And what does water fasting do? It heals. Water fasting heals the body. Water fasting, actually, not the water fasting, your body heals itself. Our body heals itself through water fasting. So why, right? We can't have fiber when you're water fasting. If you're going to go up and do like a 21-day water fast, why aren't we having fruit with the fiber? Because that will take away from the healing. That's pointless. Now it's no longer a water fast. You want us to eat fruit with fiber. Where is there a healing center where you're going to have food? Hippocrates says we do not give a sick man food. We go into fasting mode. We go into water fasting or dry fasting. At least with juice fasting, you can do it while you're working or you're going out. You want to live your life. You want to be social. You're getting calories. You can sustain yourself and go out. You want to walk. You want to do all these things. You'll have that energy because you're getting all these calories and you're getting a little fiber in there. So all this is nonsense. So the minute you hear someone said, there's no fiber in juices, why are people juicing? They've never gone longer than a day without eating. They're addicted to food. They have parasites and they're addicted to food and they want you to buy their product and they want to deter you from juicing. I'm not deterring you from any of that. You guys are free to do whatever you want, but I'm also not going to talk smack about water fasting and smack about what they're doing and what they're selling with their stuff. That's none of my business. But if they have something that's grounded, an argument that's grounded about juice fasting, bring it. Let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion. But for someone to say and try to detour people from juice fasting because there's no fiber, you could say that's the point. We can't have all that fiber because it's not a juice fast. The juice fast is meant for us to self-heal so that all of the energy goes into cleaning the gut. So when we're juice fasting, your body knows it's in healing mode. It doesn't have to break down fiber. It knows that. Okay, one less thing to do. Check. It's not breaking down the fiber. It's not assimilating the fiber. It's not assimilating all, the whole food. It's not having to break down this food and process this food, digest this food. All that energy now is going to go into cleaning out the colon. And anyone you'll ask and talk to about juice fasting, that's juice fasting, will tell you as soon as we're fasting, and I'll tell you from experience, my first week I'm fasting, my body is pushing the matter out. My body's pushing this stuff out. It is ready to push everything out, right? Because it's not having to break down the fiber from the whole food and eat food and have the smoothies, because a smoothie has so much fiber. It's great to keep it light. Smoothies are fantastic, but they have its own place. Are you going to heal? Is the body going to heal quicker on a juice fast or or drinking smoothies? There's more work to break down the smoothie. It's the whole foods in there. You better believe that there's less work for breaking down, assimilating food in a juice fast. So now all the energy is going to go to heal. You have headaches. You've been dehydrated. We go on a juice fast, right? Because now the body doesn't have to work on breaking down all the fiber. We're focused on healing. The work is all for healing and releasing matter from the body, detoxifying the body, and it doesn't have to put the energy in breaking down a whole food with fiber. That's the point. Thank you. All right. So it's so ignorant to bring up fiber when juicing. Why don't you bring up fiber when you hear someone water fasting? You water fast, sir. I've seen it. Where's your fiber? Exactly. I don't want to hear it. You're just a hater. You're just a hater because you want people over here on your end doing whatever it is you have that's going to take way longer to heal than on a juice fast because we don't have to eat food. The body's not breaking down food. Plus, these people who are talking about juice fasting are eating sauteed food and cooked foods, and I'm not demonizing that. But you cannot compare you wanting to heal. Are you going to have sauteed food and oil? I've seen it. They're cooking up their saute, right? Having all these crazy smoothies with like 20 ingredients, making saute food, but they're talking smack on juice fasting. and they're going to tell you that that's a quicker way to heal. Let's go back to Hippocrates saying, you do not give a sick man food. So while they're talking smack about juice fasting, when this literally saves lives, they're cooking up a saute that's causing mucoid plaque and having a smoothie with 20 ingredients. Now tell me where you're going to heal, with a juice fast or that way. Let's put things into perspective, you guys. When you go to healing centers, natural healing centers, Hippocrates, True North, Gerson Therapy Institute, when we're healing, they're on juices or on water only and enemas. You think they're sauteing them food, tofu and eggs? Because that's what these people are. These people who are talking smack about juice fasting, I see them sauteing oil. That is mucoid plaque. Do you think you're going to give a sick man a saute of tofu and egg with a smoothie with 20 ingredients? Or are you going to give a sick man that's not well, you're going to put him on a juice fast or on a water fast? So all these people I hear bashing, saying that there's fiber in juicing, are cooking up, trying to heal people on their whole protocol with a saute tofu and egg and 20 ingredients in a smoothie. Lord, I mean, I had to talk about this because it's funny to me. This is funny to me. It's ridiculous. It's so ridiculous. Here's another thing. The purpose of a juice fast is to cleanse the colon. We need to just clean out the colon. And the quickest way to clean out the colon, we want the enzymes and the hydration to clear out the colon. Now, if we're going to add all this fiber on the whole food, in time, if all you ate was fruit, sure, in time there's healing, but it's much quicker when the body doesn't have to break down these fibers on the whole food and can just zoom in on healing. And that's what happens when we juice fast. All the energy is going to heal, to clean out the colon. 20 pounds, 25 pounds, 30 pounds, and for some, 40 pounds of old filth, fecal matter that's putrefied in the body. It's black. It's so black that when you get to the small intestine, say you've done 40 days, you're up to 60 days, it smells so putrid and rotten. You know this has been there. And what happens at that point, you're going to see, because parasites and critters in the body, they release fecal matter and they urinate in your body. They pee and they poop in your body. They have to excrete it somewhere, and we're the vessel for that. We are our environment is hosting them. So when you're releasing and you're at 30 days, this is why I recommended juice fast for all. The reason there's illness is because there's for some 40 pounds of waste in the body. You got to release this. And literally it's freedom. I just worked with, I was working with 3 people that had similar things going on. And one of them completely cleared her constipation with juice fasting. Are you going to tell me I'm going to prescribe her what this guy's cooking, tofu and eggs with a smoothie of 20 ingredients, or I'm going to put her on a juice fast? You guys, these people talking about, you think that's going to help my client that's constipated? Let's get it together here. Let's not be dumb and silly and say these ignorant comments, that juice fasting has fiber, so let's not juice fast. She has healed herself from chronic constipation. She was hospitalized within 14 days. Honest to God. She healed herself with juicing. We work together. Okay? It works. It's the real deal. And what else? There's others, 2 other women currently who are literally, 60 days and they're still releasing. Inflammation's gone. Arthritis has cleared. Back pain gone. Why? This was all pressurization. This matter had to release, because not only is it inflammation in the body, these toxins, the putrefaction, the poisons ferment and cause pressurization in the colon and in the body, lymphatic system, kidneys, liver, all of it. So when we release and clean out the bowels, this also releases and heals. Okay, so we're healing our organs, we're healing the pressure in the body, the inflammation. And this is very, very real. Now, you think I'm going to give my client who's trying to heal, we need to get this going. You think I'm going to give her tofu and eggs that's sauteed and give her a smoothie with 20 ingredients to heal? Come on, you guys. I'm not in the business to help to do that, to give food I'm not in a business to give sick people, listen, I've been there, food. We juice fast to heal. We stop the food. You don't give a sick man food. So be careful where you're getting your information and people arguing about fiber in their food. Yet they're eating, all these meals a day and, telling people they should eat all these meals a day because juice fasting doesn't have fiber. This is just like, I'm pissed about this. If you haven't realized it, because it's so ignorant. And I had to make a whole freaking show on this today. All right. So fiber takes energy. I've already said this, but I'll go into it again. Fiber takes energy to process. That energy right now is focused on cleansing the colon, healing arthritis, healing headaches, healing hemorrhoids, infections, clearing out parasites. We do not give a sick man food, but over here, there's no fiber. Well, we've already said there's a little fiber. There's a little fiber. But you're right, there's not a whole lot because that's going to take away from the body healing itself. It's going to put more energy now. It's going to take the energy from healing, from our self-healing. Now it's going to put energy into, let's assimilate this fiber, let's assimilate this whole food. And that's what these people aren't telling you. It's easy for them to sell you something because they want to push you on this side. And they've never even done a juice fast more than 3 days because of their parasitic addictions, because food is an addiction. It's our relationship with food that matters. Is it lovingly? Does it love you back? How are you going to feel after? It's not about having negative feelings with food. No, it's about having a loving relationship with food. So eat what makes you happy. Listen, right? But I'd rather you eat what makes you happy. And if you're going to be regretful and have shame, I don't like that. I'm not about that. No shame and all of that. That energy is worse. That's parasitic. So do you. But what I'm saying is we want to eat to live, right? We want to eat to live and not eat to, we don't want to eat to die. We want to eat to live. That's the point here. And when we take care of ourselves and we cherish our lives and we love our lives and love ourselves, and not in an egotistical way, but when you really love yourself and have reverence for your life, you just want the best for yourself. You want to be around. You want to be able to get out of bed and do the things that you love. Okay, so a juice fast, it's only for a short period of time. Now, everyone's different. There's no fiber in juice. We're not juicing for the rest of our lives, although I do juice every year. So I juice 60 days, and then I've done 130 days. I've done a lot of colon cleansing, but I still like to keep up with my health. So every year, I either am going to do 40 days or I'll do like 26 days, 30 days, as long as I see I clean out. But every year I do a long fast personally. That helps me keep my colon cleansed and I can see where I'm at with my health, because the minute I feel like there's a little constipation, I'm going to hit those juices. Someone like myself who's had a chronic constipation all my life because of the poor decisions I've made, here I am. So I'm continuously juicing and a lot of fruit. If we're constipated, you guys, immediately cut the cooked food. Immediately cut the cooked food, get onto fruit and juicing. That's my recommendation. So if you've done your juice fast, but you say, you know what, I'm still feeling a little sluggish, cool. The last thing you want to do is get onto cooked foods. You're going to feel more, that's going to give you more sluggishness. There's no enzymes, it's cooked. You can have more backup with these foods that have been denatured and that now they've been processed. And if there's oil in it, that's another whole thing, right? You've cooked them in oil. It's starchy and cooked. This causes constipation. So we're constipated. We don't want cooked foods. Stay off of it for at least a week, right? And then get onto your fruit and juice, and that'll clear that constipation. We never want to get constipated. The minute we're constipated again, do not ignore that, because if we continue to eat cooked foods when we're constipated, this is the cause of disease, up to the C word, which I'm not allowed to say here, but it's up to cancer. All right. So juice fasting, it's not forever. I'm going to get back to my fruit. I'm going to eat my fruit. I love my fiber. Fiber is life. I love fiber. I love hydration. I love, my waters with cucumber. I had banana this morning. I had a little smoothie. I love fiber. Fiber's life. We need fiber. On a juice fast, we're juicing. We're not eating whole foods. And there's a little bit of fiber in there, even if you strain it. But we don't want all the fiber, not when we're juicing. We are healing, we are doing the work. We will get back to that because we all understand a whole foods approach is the way. We want the whole food, but we cannot have the whole food when we're trying to allow the body to heal itself. We want to give the body the space to heal itself. So you want to get in there? You want to go quicker on the healing process? We juice. You want to do a water fast? Great. I even recommend, though, juicing before a water fast, always. We want to mineralize the body, hydrate the body, clean out as much of the colon as possible before getting into a water fast. That's the safest way. Otherwise, you're going into a water fast or a dry fast with a lot of fecal matter inside. And what happens? There will be even worse detox symptoms because we need to clean out the colon before we can fast. Otherwise, as we're detoxing, all that matter, the fecal matter and the waste inside, it hasn't released. So now it's detoxing and it's fermenting within as we're fasting. This is worse. This is why there's going to be more extreme detox symptoms and people get very sick. And actually, you can really hurt yourself. And I would say up to death. And I'm not supposed to say that word, unaliving oneself when we're fasting without cleaning out the colon properly first. So I'm sorry, YouTube, for saying that word. I would say unalive. I take that back. There can be unaliveness when we do a fast the wrong way. So I would even recommend if you're going to dry fast or water fast, juice fast for a week at least. I recommend the longer the better. I recommend juice fast up to 20 days. Get as much out before you're going to go into a dry fast and a water fast. And now your body has a lot of minerals and hydration, so it can carry on into your body can now sustain a water fast or a dry fast, right? So when we're juice fasting, it's not forever. It's just a moment in time. And just like everyone else who juice fast, we love fiber. But are you telling me I should eat food when I'm juice fast? Are you telling me I should eat food to heal? You don't give a sick man food. The minute we're unwell, someone's going through something extreme, you cut the food, you allow the body to heal itself and to go into autophagy. We want to go into autophagy. It can't go into autophagy if you're feeding it. So please do your homework, all you haters out there who are negative about juice fasting. While you're cooking meals and cooking tofu and eggs, you don't give a sick man food. And actually, your protocol is dangerous. If you're thinking to give a sick man tofu and eggs and a smoothie with 25 ingredients. So please don't talk to me about a little fiber when you're cooking that. You're causing mucoid plaque. Anything that's cooked is mucoid plaque with oil. You're cooking food in oil and you're frying it up like a saute. Oh man, talk about mucoid plaque. That's that black tar, and you'll see it come out when you go long enough on your juice fast. So I hope this was helpful. If you hear fear-mongering and if you see people fear-mongering about juice fasting, they've never gone longer than 3 days. They don't believe in juice fasting because there's no fiber, yet they're over here having 10 meals a day, 5 meals a day. You think that's going to heal someone who's unwell? You think you're going to go to Hippocrates Center, Gerson Therapy, True North, and they're not well? You think they're going to give you food to eat? These people don't know what they're talking about. That's what I'm saying here. So, Ethan, what's up? So let's see here. How's it going? Are you still juice fasting? Ethan was going for a while. Isn't soluble fiber in the cold pressed juice what mainly feeds could? Yeah, you can have, there's fiber. Yeah, there's a little bit of fiber in juicing. I don't know why people think there's no fiber, right? Congratulations. That's amazing. Oh my God, you passed me. Listen, it's not a competition when we juice fast. Here's the thing with juice fasting. I did go 130 days. I needed to hit 130, but I always knew it wasn't a competition. It's never a competition. When you're juice fasting, where are you on your journey? People juice fast for 40 days and they tell me, Janet, I'm done. I can't do this anymore, 40 days. And then I say, cool, just, Watch it though. Stay on fruit for the next couple weeks. And when you start eating cooked foods, if that's where you're going, the minute you're constipated, and I tell them, you still got to make a green juice every day, but you got to see where you're at. But, I went 130 days because I was so unwell for so long, and I was still I was still eliminating waste. So I was 120 days, I was still eliminating. I couldn't stop. My goal was I want to clean out my small intestine as much as possible. But let me tell you, I went 130 days. You guys, I was like, this is going to be forever. The colon is so long and the small intestine as long as a tennis court. So Ethan's at 143 days. He's probably going as long as he feels he needs to. But let me tell you, you go as long as you feel, you know what? I feel really good. I've cleaned out a lot. You feel like a new person. That's on you. I always say at least 40 days, you guys. But I went 130. So I was severely ill on my life. I was ready. And also, I was detoxing injections all my life, medications. So when you're juice fasting, you're also cleaning out the blood. You want to get organic as much as possible, but you are cleaning out your blood. You're giving yourself so much vitamins, phytonutrients, minerals. It's just your nails grow so long. Like my nails they just grow so long. Your hair grows, your skin looks better, like it's plumpier. Your skin's more hydrating. So there are many reasons why people juice fast. For me, I wanted to heal years of infections and candida, which thank God I did. I had other things going on. And I wanted to heal, and really clean out my blood from all the medications. I used to take Flonase and Claritin. Um, I wasn't breastfed as a kid. So I just knew I had to give myself a lot of nourishment. Because I will say, when you're juice fasting, you're not just cleansing your colon. Here's the best part with juice fasting and why I'm obsessed with it. I mean, I'm a lifer for juicing, is you're also giving yourself so much love, and your body's just drinking this up, right? So it's the best. Since I added in lots of pineapple, awesome, good. Pineapple's so good on a juice fast. I have pineapple juice today. And listen, I still have every day, you guys, I recommend a juice. That's my prescription for the day. Have a juice daily. Since I've added lots of pineapple, I've been more solids. Good. That solid is what we want out. I'm so stoked for you. Let's see. Between day 110 and 130, it decreased by 50%. Okay. Do you feel like, how long do you think you got in there? Do you feel like you have a lot more coming out? Like you're not done? I think it's the pineapple's the most powerful. So if you guys want more information on juice fasting, I can help you and guide you. I have a juice fast protocol in the membership at Raw Living Self Mastery. I have a membership. I do private coaching as well. All my information is down below. If you want to just start, get your feet wet, and understand what this is all about, I have I've worked very hard on this protocol. It's a full 40-day protocol from start to finish, how to break your fast. And that is, you get that as soon as you join the membership. And also I have a shopping list for you as well. And in the membership, I go live every Friday, I answer questions, and I go live every Friday. I have over 40 videos of culinary training, so you can become your own raw food chef. I have live episodes that you'll have in your library of Q&As, so you can learn as much of this lifestyle, juice fasting. Ultimately, we heal ourselves, okay? We heal ourselves through the power of juice, through the power of allowing the body to heal itself, giving it the right environment. Again, how long you're going to go on a juice fast, it's up to you. I recommend at least 40 days. And some people at 40 days say, like, look at Ethan. He was like, I'm not done. And maybe his journey, I don't know your history, Ethan, but he most likely, right? He feels like, you know what, this is necessary. And it's helping him. How are you feeling? Do you feel a progress in your overall health? I'm probably going to have to go over 9 months. My mom told me when I was an infant before solid food, I had movement every day. When I was a solid, I had a movement every wow. Yes. Oh my gosh. Yes, this is so I was in your situation, Ethan. I'm so glad you talked to your mom about that. We have to understand our past and our history, right? So I knew I was always sick because of all the medications, the injections. I wasn't breastfed. I was given fake food, processed food, alcohol. We are detoxing everything. So I always recommend write down your history. Like Ethan talked to his mom. Mom, what's my past? That's how I learned it. I started writing down, okay, wasn't breastfed. I said, Mom, what'd you give me? Simulac. Was given poison baby food. Write it down. How often do we have fast food? I remember every Friday fast food. Did you give us boxed cereals? Yes. I've had poison all my life. Do you think we detox all the poison in 40 days of a juice fast? It's a journey. You do a lot of healing. I can tell you, you unplug a lot, you remove a lot of waste that is the cause of illness. But write down your history, and your history will tell you exactly where you're at with your health. It does not lie. It does not lie. So I think it's fine to have a little bit of the fiber that's left in there. Yeah, exactly. But if we're to eat whole foods with all the fiber, you guys, we're going to be here for 10 years on fruit. I ain't got time for that. Give me the juice. Let's get it going. Let's get the healing going. Do you think Ethan would be this far if he was having full whole foods that's being prescribed from someone eating tofu and eggs? Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. So yeah, this funny stuff with the fiber, I think it's just so funny to me. I'm probably going to have to go over 9 months. Yeah. All right, everyone. This has been great. I hope that this answered questions. If you're downing juice fasting because someone that's cooking tofu and eggs is telling you that it has fiber, that it's no fiber, sorry. Well, there's no fiber. Well, let me tell you, there's a little fiber if you want to get technical. But again, we're not eating whole foods, right? Because this isn't the moment for that. We're in healing. But when we break our fast, we're going to get into that fiber. We're going to love the fiber because we love fiber. But just when you go to True North to heal cancer and tumors, and you go to Gerson therapy to heal cancer and tumors, you don't give a sick man food. And they're not going to do that because they know better, right? So be mindful where you get your advice because it's ungrounded. It's not grounded. And look at these people's lives. What are they doing? Are they trying to heal people with a smoothie with 20 ingredients and tofu and eggs? Come on, you guys, sauteed in oil that is now rancid because when you cook oil, it becomes rancid. And what happens? There's a chemical change in that. It's very toxic and deadly. And now it's in our bloodstreams. So this is why we don't cook oil. I always add oil on top. You can saute. I'm sorry, not saute. You want oil, or if you want to bake something, bake it. Don't bake it with oil. Add the oil at the end. If you want more information, join Raw Living Self Mastery. I answer all your questions. I'm there every Friday to answer live, and during the week, I'm there responding. It's a whole community. We're supporting each other on this path. Get your questions answered, feel confident, learn as much. There's a lot of information, and I'm there for you, supporting and guiding you all the way. Cilantro, yeah, that's so good. I'm stoked for you. Yeah, for watermelon juice, I would even add like lemon. You can add lemon to your watermelon. I add the whole lemon with the peel. It's organic, but I add the whole thing. It is powerful. This is powerful. All right, super stoked for you, Ethan, and I'm excited that you're sharing with us. Thank you. That's amazing. And I hope you feel better. I hope you're feeling better. But what you're doing, you're healing your constipation, right? And it's what's going to happen is naturally your bowels are going to naturally work on their own as they should. The muscles will be able to eliminate your digestive muscles. So keep going. I still think you should join the membership. There's a lot of tips and tricks I can give you to make this a more powerful juice fast. You want to get the most out of your juice fast, all right? You don't want to waste time doing it too long when you can do methods. This is why I like to share my information and why I have this community and why I coach. You don't want to have to go longer than you need to on a juice fast. You don't want to waste all that time and money. Do it the right way. Do a long extended juice fast the right way. So you don't have to do it the wrong way. I'm not saying you are, Ethan, but I know there's so many other methods you can do to progress this. Much love, and I will see you guys soon. Thank you for being here, and I will be back again very soon with a live. Bye, everyone. All right. And live stream.